everyone, it's Diego Reyes for CNN Philippines 10, where we break down major stories from here and abroad into bite-sized facts in 10 minutes. The country recently held its first ever Artificial Intelligence or AI Summit, where a dancing robot named Cruiser took the spotlight. Robotics is just one aspect of AI that has become a hot topic around the globe. AI refers to the theory and development of computer programs to solve and perform daily tasks. The summit aims to open discussions and raise more awareness about the technology. About 1,500 stakeholders gathered on day one of the event.
We wanted to help other organizations, we wanted to help the nation, Philippines, see the potential, see the possibilities.
Senator Amy Marcos filed a resolution calling for the regulation of AI in sectors like business process outsourcing and manufacturing. A study from Oxford Economics and Cisco says over 1 million jobs will be lost in the country by 2028 due to AI. Congressman Jose Francisco Benitez backs AI regulation.
AI needs to be regulated so that it is in step with our own capacity to transition. But the nature of regulation that can ensure a certain level of protection.
Speaking of AI, virtual reality developer Christopher David offers AI-made Filipino food. You'll surely crave for the dishes just by looking at them. Like this binalugang dalag, a grilled freshwater fish marinated in a tamarind and sugarcane vinegar sauce. If you're looking for soup, then Bukid Batala is for you. It's a stew made with mixed kamote, ube, and gabi, cooked in calamansi and coconut milk sauce. There's also tinikim na manok, which is cooked in calamansi, ginger, and coconut milk. Christopher himself tried cooking the dish to check its taste. Still on tech, the Department of Information and Communications Technology, or DICT, is developing an application called eGovPH, where drivers may access the digital copies of their licenses in light of a recent shortage of plastic cards. This means in case authorities ask for their driver's license, they can simply present a digital copy through the app. Aside from the driver's license, the DICT already had an agreement with some 20 other agencies including SSS, GSIS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, and BIR for their services to be included in the application. The department is planning to launch the super app in June.
Hindi lang po yung matitipid mo sa pamasahe or iba-ibang ahensyang pinupuntahan mo, mag-a-absent ka pa ng trabaho mo, di ba? Maglilib ka pa. So kung meron ka namang super app, di ba? Meron ka namang eGovPH app, kahit nasa bahay ka na lang, di ba? Pwede mo nang magawa yon. May mga fixers pa, di ba, na nakapila sa government na nag-a-assist kasi mahabang pila. So gamit ng app, in the comfort of your home, kaya mo nang gawin.
Some safety features were also added to ensure that the user has control over the sharing of personal information. The DICT says that in the end, digitalization of government will bring convenience and cost efficiency to the public. The Philippines has been using the phrase "it's more fun in the Philippines" for nearly a decade to promote tourism. But a seemingly new slogan was spotted on a bus in London. The ad reads, "We give the world our best," alongside Filipina British nurse May Parsons, who administered the first COVID-19 vaccine outside clinical trials. Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco sets the record straight.
We do clarify that the ad that was released in London is not yet the tourism ad of the Department of Tourism, as we are releasing the branding campaign subsequent our consultation with our tourism stakeholders.
Despite criticisms over the ad, Secretary Frasco says she sees nothing wrong with it, which she thinks can entice tourists. So, what will happen now to the "It's more fun in the Philippines" slogan?
We are enhancing the branding for the Philippines. In no way are we saying that the Philippines is no longer fun. It is. It continues to be. But so much has happened since the pandemic that requires us to evolve.
As of May 11, the country has logged nearly 2 million international tourist arrivals since January. The agency aims to record 4.8 million tourist arrivals this year. And news from San Miguel Corporation. Its food and beverage unit reports growth momentum in the first quarter of the year. San Miguel Food and Beverages consolidated revenue rose 12% to 93.2 billion pesos. SMC President and CEO Ramon Ang says their brands remain as top of mind for consumers. Filipina fitness trainer Michelle Buchu breaks the Guinness World Record for the fastest crossing of Qatar on foot by a female. She finished running 2 point-to-point borders of Qatar, which was almost 200 kilometers in distance, in 1 day, 6 hours, 23 minutes, and 42 seconds. This is 7 minutes faster than the previous record holder from India. This is Michelle's second attempt to break the record after failing in March. But that only became her motivation to take on the challenge anew.
Don't be afraid to experience any failure in life, because in failure there's always a success, happiness, and then victory. So hayaan na muna nating experience yung pain and then yung failure, kasi in the end naman there's always a victory.
President Bongbong Marcos is back in the country after multiple foreign trips. The last was in Indonesia for the 42nd Association of Southeast Asian Nations Leaders Summit. He described the summit as a success and said he is hopeful the Philippines will see progress on the political and economic fronts. Meanwhile, Manila hosted the second ASEAN Fleet Review while ASEAN leaders held their summit in Indonesia. Philippine Navy ships led other frigates and offshore patrol vessels from Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Brunei, and Vietnam, with Cambodia, Laos, and Myanmar as sending observers. The first ASEAN Fleet Review held in 2017 aimed at boosting regional naval cooperation. It was called off in 2020 due to the pandemic. This is the first time the Philippines is hosting a multilateral fleet review and naval exercise, and serves as an opportunity to showcase the capabilities of our Navy to its ASEAN counterparts. Before the Fleet Review was the annual ASEAN Navy Chiefs meeting where they agreed on new guidelines for maritime interaction. The number of jobless Filipinos declined in March, with the unemployment rate dipping to 4.7%. Based on data from the Philippine Statistics Authority, the number of jobless Filipinos in March fell to 2.42 million from 2.88 million in the same month in 2022. About 1.61 million were employed, resulting in a total of 48.58 million employed persons in March. The government is hoping that the country's employment situation will further improve through various policies, including the Retail Trade Liberalization Act, Foreign Investment Act, and Public Service Act, which are expected to attract investments and promote better quality jobs. Movie and television actress Bea Alonso showcases her acting prowess, this time in theater. Bea is part of the powerhouse cast of Contramundum, ang all-star concert ng Ang Larawan. Joining her are premier actors and actresses in film, TV, and theater, like Jericho Rosales, Karil, and Noni Buencamino, among others. On Instagram, Bea shares she enjoyed performing alongside the best people in the industry, adding that she greatly respects them for preserving the country's culture and arts. Meanwhile, Liza Soberano shows her Pinoy pride in a modern terno she wore at the Gold Gala in Los Angeles, US. Her custom black dress was made by Filipino designer Mark Baumgartner. The gala recognizes Asia and Pacific Islander excellence. The film actress also met with other Pinoy celebrities in the event, including Lea Salonga, who was one of the honorees, and TikToker Bella Porch. And now, for 10-second trivia. Which of these tech companies started out in a garage? Facebook, Google, IBM, or Oracle? Google started out in a garage. Larry Page and Sergey Brin started the company in September 1998. The duo rented a garage from current YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki for $1,700 a month. It started off as a college project at Stanford, but Google is still the biggest internet giant 20 years later. And that's it for CNN Philippines 10. I'm Diego Reyes, giving you news you can use, news you can trust in 10 minutes. Thanks for joining me today, and see you again next time.